There is a strange phenomenon that financial gurus never talk about. A person stays trapped in debt for years, and then, in one single week, everything shifts. Clients start calling out of the blue. Debts are cleared. Money arrives from nowhere. This isn't luck, and it isn't a coincidence. This is the moment the sacral center wakes up. Most people live their entire lives with their lower belly switched off. They operate on survival energy. But when this center switches on, reality starts to glitch in your favor. But how do you know if this is happening to you right now? Most people miss the signs. They feel a strange heat in their belly and think they're sick. They feel a sudden urge to spend and get scared. They see the signs, but ignore them. In this video, I'm giving you the map. I will show you the 3 stages of your money energy awakening, from subtle physical sensations to real events that logic cannot explain. By the end of this video, you will know for sure, are you still asleep, or has your flow already begun? And if you are ready to accelerate this process, I have a technique for you. Section 1. The Science of Activation. Before we dive into the signs, you need to understand what's actually happening when your sacral center opens. In yogic anatomy, the sacral chakra, Svadhisthana, is located approximately 2 inches below the navel. It governs creativity, sensuality, pleasure, and yes, your relationship with material abundance. But here's what most spiritual content won't tell you. This isn't just metaphysical theory. The sacral region corresponds to a real nerve plexus in your body, the hypogastric plexus, which connects directly to your reproductive organs, adrenal glands, and lower digestive system. When you activate this area through breathwork or focused attention, you're stimulating the vagus nerve, increasing blood flow, and triggering the release of neurochemicals like dopamine and oxytocin. A 2019 study published in Frontiers in Psychology found that focused interoceptive awareness, the ability to sense internal bodily states, correlates with improved decision-making and risk assessment. In plain English, when you can feel your sacral center, you make better financial decisions. But there's a deeper layer. The sacral center is your body's antenna for receptivity. In Taoist philosophy, this is the lower dantian, the cauldron where sexual energy, jing, is refined into vitality, qi, and eventually spirit, shen. When this center is blocked, you're in survival mode, hoarding, controlling, operating from lack. When it opens, you enter flow, attracting, receiving, circulating. Think of it like a radio. A blocked sacral is static. An opening sacral is tuning into the frequency of abundance. So, when I say your sacral center is opening, I mean your nervous system is down-regulating from chronic stress. Your body is producing pleasure hormones instead of cortisol. Your energy field is broadcasting receptivity instead of resistance, and reality responds. Now, let's talk about how you know this is happening. Section 2. Sign number 1. Physical sensations. The first sign is physical, and it's the most reliable because your body doesn't lie. Warmth and heat. The most common sensation is warmth in the lower abdomen. Not nausea, not pain. A gentle, pervasive heat that feels like you've placed a heating pad 2 inches below your navel. Some people describe it as a glowing ember or warm honey spreading through the pelvis. This isn't imaginary. When you activate the sacral center through breathwork or visualization, you're increasing blood flow to the pelvic region. Thermographic studies have shown that focused attention can raise local tissue temperature by 1 to 2 degrees Celsius. Your body is literally heating up. Why does this matter for money? Because warmth equals activation. A cold, numb sacral center means stagnation. Energy isn't moving. Heat means circulation. And money is energy in motion. Pulsing or tingling. The second physical sign is pulsation. You might feel a rhythmic throb, a gentle pulse, or electric tingling, like tiny sparks firing in your lower belly. This often happens during meditation or right before sleep. What's happening? You're feeling the movement of cerebrospinal fluid and the firing of the hypogastric nerve plexus. In Kundalini Yoga, this is described as prana awakening, the life force beginning to circulate through blocked pathways. Here's the key. Pulsation means activation in progress. Your sacral isn't fully open yet, but the energy is moving. You're clearing old blockages, trauma, shame, scarcity programming, and the tingling is the energetic equivalent of pins and needles when blood returns to a numb limb. This phase usually lasts 1 to 3 weeks. During this time, you might also experience increased sexual energy or spontaneous arousal, even without external stimuli. Vivid dreams involving water, oceans, or flowing rivers. Sudden urges to move your hips, swaying, dancing, circling. Don't suppress these impulses. Movement accelerates the opening. Pressure or fullness. The third physical sign is a sense of pressure, like something is expanding inside your pelvis. It's not painful, but it's present. You're aware of your lower abdomen in a way you weren't before. This is the sacral center filling up. In Taoist alchemy, they call this building the pearl, accumulating refined energy in the lower dantian before circulating it upward. You're literally storing power. And here's where it gets interesting. When your sacral is full, you stop leaking energy. You stop giving discounts you don't want to give. You stop saying yes to projects that drain you. You stop overworking to prove your worth. You become magnetic instead of desperate. And that's when money starts flowing. What if you don't feel anything? If you've been doing sacral practices for weeks and feel nothing, it doesn't mean you're broken. It usually means one of 3 things. You're dissociated from your body. Years of trauma or stress can numb somatic awareness. Solution: start with basic body scans. Spend 5 minutes daily just noticing sensation in your feet, hands, belly, anywhere. Build the muscle of interoception first. Your practice is too gentle. Some people need more intensity to break through. Try stronger breathwork, like breath of fire, rapid diaphragmatic breathing, for 3 to 5 minutes. This forces sensation. You're in your head, not your body. If you're visualizing the sacral center as an abstract concept, you won't feel anything. Instead, place your hand on your lower belly. Feel the warmth of your palm. Breathe into that warmth. Make it physical, not conceptual. Remember, the physical signs come first because your body is the foundation. If you skip this layer and try to manifest from your mind, you're building on sand. Now, let's talk about the emotional shifts, because once your body opens, your psychology transforms. Section 3. Sign number 2. Emotional shifts. The second sign that your sacral is opening is emotional, and this is where most people realize something profound has changed. Guilt-free pleasure. The first emotional shift is this. You start spending money on yourself without guilt. Not recklessly, not impulsively, but intentionally, joyfully, without that voice in your head saying, "You don't deserve this." You buy the expensive coffee, you book the massage, you invest in the course, the coach, the experience, without justifying it to anyone, including yourself. Why is this a sign of sacral activation? Because the sacral governs pleasure and self-worth. When it's blocked, you believe you must earn the right to feel good. You operate from scarcity. I'll treat myself when I have more money. But here's the paradox. You can't receive more money while rejecting pleasure. Because money is pleasure. It's freedom, ease, joy, expansion.
If you can't receive a $6 latte without guilt, how will you receive a $6,000 client payment? When your sacral opens, the guilt dissolves. You don't overcome it through willpower, it simply vanishes. Because your nervous system has recalibrated. You've moved from scarcity mode, cortisol, contraction, to abundance mode, oxytocin, expansion. And money responds to your frequency, not your affirmations. Emotional lightness. The second emotional sign is lightness. You feel less heavy, less burdened. Money stress doesn't grip you the way it used to. You still have bills, you still have goals, but the weight is different. Instead of drowning, you're floating. This isn't denial or spiritual bypassing, it's nervous system regulation. When your sacral is blocked, your body interprets financial lack as a survival threat. Your amygdala, fear center, is constantly activated. You operate from fight or flight. I need to make money now or I'll die. When your sacral opens, your parasympathetic nervous system comes online. Your body feels safe. And from that safety, you can see opportunities you were too stressed to notice before. A 2017 study from UCLA found that people in a relaxed physiological state are 27% more likely to recognize novel solutions to problems. In other words, you can't think your way into wealth while your body is in panic mode. Lightness equals receptivity, and receptivity equals income. Desire without desperation. The third emotional shift, and this is the big one, is that your desires become clean. You still want money, but you don't need it to feel okay. You still have goals, but you're not attached to a specific timeline. You move from, I must make this happen, to, I'm curious how this will unfold. This is the Taoist principle of Wu Wei, effortless action. You're engaged, but not forcing. You're working, but not striving. And paradoxically, this is when manifestation accelerates. Why? Because desperation repels. Think about it. When you meet someone who needs you to like them, what happens? You pull away. Desperation is energetically repulsive. But when you meet someone who is complete in themselves, who enjoys your company but doesn't need your validation, you're drawn in. Money is the same. When your sacral is open, you emit a frequency of, I'm already whole and I'm open to more. That's magnetic. What if you still feel anxious? If you're doing the work but still feel financial anxiety, here's what to check. Are you doing sacral practices while simultaneously consuming scarcity content? You can't activate abundance while scrolling through news about recession or watching videos about the economy is collapsing. Your nervous system can't tell the difference between real threat and perceived threat. Curate your inputs. Are you using sacral activation as a band-aid for unsolved practical problems? If you're in debt, ignoring bills, or refusing to look at your finances, no amount of breathwork will fix that. Sacral activation supports action. It doesn't replace it. Are you expecting instant results? Emotional shifts take time. Your nervous system has been wired for scarcity for years, maybe decades. Give it 3 to 4 weeks of consistent practice. The lightness will come. Now, let's talk about the third sign, the one that makes believers out of skeptics. Section 4. Sign number 3. External synchronicities. The third sign that your sacral is opening isn't internal, it's external. Reality starts responding. Unexpected money. The most common external sign is unexpected money, and I don't mean winning the lottery. I mean a tax refund you forgot about. A client from 2 years ago messages you, "Are you available? I have a project." Your landlord reduces your rent without you asking. You find money in an old coat pocket. A friend pays back a loan you'd written off. These aren't major windfalls. They're small, consistent, and weird. Because you didn't make them happen, they just arrived. What's going on? From a psychological perspective, you're experiencing confirmation bias. You're noticing money that was always there. True, but there's more. From an energetic perspective, you've changed your broadcast signal. Remember, the sacral governs receptivity. When it's blocked, you unconsciously reject offers, opportunities, and inflows. You might literally delete the email before reading it. You might ignore the DM. You might say no automatically. But when your sacral opens, you're available. And the universe, or your reticular activating system, if you prefer neuroscience, starts delivering. When you begin experiencing these small but consistent money flows, pay attention. They're not random, they're feedback from your energy field. Each unexpected dollar is confirmation that your frequency has shifted. Gifts and generosity. The second external sign is that people start giving to you, not because you asked, but because they want to. A friend buys you dinner just because. Your mom sends you money. I was thinking of you. Someone offers you their extra concert ticket. A neighbor gives you free furniture. A stranger compliments your work and shares it with their network. You're not manipulating anyone. You're not taking. You're simply receivable. In human design, people with open sacral centers, projectors, manifestors, reflectors, are naturally designed to receive invitations and gifts, but only when they're not forcing or chasing. When your sacral is open, even if you're a generator, you tap into that same principle. You stop pushing and start attracting, and people feel it. They want to give to you because giving to you feels good. Your energy is no longer "I need," but "I appreciate." That shift changes everything. Opportunities you didn't seek. The third external sign is opportunities appearing without effort.
You get invited to speak at an event, paid. Someone tags you in a post and you gain followers overnight. A company reaches out. We've been following your work. You overhear a conversation that leads to a collaboration. A message turns into a contract. Again, this isn't magic, it's alignment. When your sacral is blocked, you're emitting frequency of lack, and opportunities repel you. You might be talented, hardworking, and deserving, but energetically, you're broadcasting, "I'm struggling." When your sacral opens, you're emitting frequency of readiness, and opportunities magnetize to you. You're the same person, doing the same work, but now you're visible. Think of it like a radio tower. A blocked sacral is transmitting static. An open sacral is transmitting a clear signal. And the right people, projects, and payments tune in. What if nothing is happening externally? If you're experiencing physical sensations and emotional shifts, but no external signs, here's what's likely happening. You're in the incubation phase. Internal changes always precede external results. Give it time.
The universe isn't Amazon Prime. Delivery takes longer than 48 hours. You're not acting on the internal shifts. If you feel lighter, but you're still hiding, if you feel worthy, but you're not raising your prices, if you feel abundant, but you're not asking for what you want, nothing will change externally. Sacral activation gives you the fuel. You still have to drive the car. You're rejecting the small signs. If money appears and you think that's not enough, you're energetically refusing the flow. The universe tests you with small amounts first. Celebrate the small wins, then watch what happens. Now, let's talk about what to do if you're not experiencing any of these signs yet. Section 5. If you're not feeling the signs, 37 minutes to 42 minutes. If you've been doing sacral work for weeks and you're not feeling warmth, lightness, or external shifts, don't panic. You're not broken.
You just need to amplify. Here's what to do. 1. Increase intensity. If gentle breath work isn't working, try stronger practices. Breath of fire. Rapid, rhythmic, diaphragmatic breathing for 3 to 5 minutes. This forces energy into the sacral region. Hip opening yoga. Pigeon pose, goddess pose, frog pose, held for 2 to 3 minutes each. Physical tension in the hips equals energetic blockage in the sacral. Cold exposure. Cold showers or ice baths activate your nervous system and reset stagnant energy. 2. Address the root blockage. If nothing is moving, there's likely a deep blockage, usually trauma, shame, or a vow of poverty, conscious or unconscious. Ask yourself, what did I learn about money growing up? If you learned money is evil, your sacral will stay closed to protect you. What happened the last time I had money? If you lost it, got betrayed, or felt guilt, your system might be protecting you from danger. Am I punishing myself for something? Unconscious self-sabotage is very common. Journaling on these questions can crack open blockages that breathwork alone can't reach. 3. Work with pleasure directly. If your sacral is numb, you need to resensitize it through pleasure. Eat something delicious slowly. Savor every bite. Touch something soft, silk, fur, velvet, and notice the sensation. Listen to music that makes you want to move, and move. Take a bath with oils and candles. Make it sensory. Pleasure is the language of the sacral. If you've been operating in productivity mode for years, your sacral has atrophied. Rebuild it through joy. 4. Give it time. Real transformation takes 21 to 90 days, not 7. Stick with the practices. Your body is rewiring decades of conditioning. Be patient. Now, let's move to the final section, the 21-day transmutation protocol that accelerates everything. This is the advanced practice. If you've been dabbling with sacral activation, this protocol will take you to the next level. Why 21 days? Because that's the minimum time required to create a new neural pathway. Your brain needs repetition to rewire, and your energy system needs consistency to hold the new frequency. This isn't a try it for a week practice. This is a commitment. The protocol. Week 1. Activation. Days 1 to 7. The first week is about waking up the sacral and clearing blockages. Morning practice, 10 minutes. Sit comfortably. Place both hands on your lower belly. Breathe deeply into your hands. Feel your belly expand. Visualize a glowing orange sphere 2 inches below your navel. With each inhale, the sphere brightens. With each exhale, it expands. Do this for 5 minutes.
Then, do breath of fire for 3 minutes. Rapid, rhythmic breathing through the nose, pumping the belly. End with 2 minutes of stillness, noticing sensation. Evening practice, 5 minutes. Before bed, journal. What did I receive today? Money, compliments, opportunities, gifts, anything. Write at least 3 things, no matter how small. End with, I am open to receiving more. Week 2, amplification, days 8 to 14. The second week is about building power and circulating energy. Morning practice, 15 minutes. Do the week 1 morning practice, 10 minutes. Add this. After breath of fire, stand up. Place your hands on your lower belly. Begin to move your hips in slow circles, clockwise for 1 minute, counterclockwise for 1 minute. As you move, repeat silently. I am a channel for abundance. Money flows to me easily. Feel the energy in your sacral moving, not stagnant. Midday practice, 2 minutes. Whenever you think about money, place your hand on your belly. Take 3 deep breaths. Say, I am ready to receive. Evening practice, 5 minutes. Same journaling as week 1. Add, what did I spend money on today that brought me joy? Celebrate every purchase, even the coffee. Week 3, transmission, days 15 to 21. The third week is about broadcasting your new frequency and receiving results. Morning practice, 20 minutes. Do the week 2 morning practice, 15 minutes. Add this. After hip circles, sit down. Close your eyes. Visualize yourself receiving money, a payment, a check, a transfer, cash in your hand. Don't force the image. Let it arise naturally. Feel the sensation of receiving it, the relief, the joy, the yes. Hold that feeling for 5 minutes. Throughout the day, notice every small win, every dollar, every opportunity, every gift. Say thank you out loud, even if you're alone. This trains your brain to expect abundance. Evening practice, 10 minutes. Journal. What did I receive today? 3+ things. Journal. What opportunity did I say yes to today, even if small? End with, more is coming. I am ready. The transmutation key. Here's the secret most people miss. This protocol doesn't just activate your sacral. It transmutes your relationship with money. Week 1, you wake up the energy, physical activation. Week 2, you move the energy, emotional clearing. Week 3, you direct the energy, conscious manifestation. By day 21, you're not the same person who started. Your nervous system has recalibrated, your frequency has shifted, and reality is responding. What to expect? Days 1 to 7, you might feel emotional. Old shame, guilt, or fear might surface. That's good. It's leaving. Days 8 to 14, you'll notice increased energy, sexual vitality, or creative inspiration. You might also notice small money signs, coins, unexpected discounts, refunds. Days 15 to 21, external opportunities appear. People reach out. Money flows in. You feel magnetic. Critical rules. Don't skip days. Consistency is everything. If you miss a day, start over. Don't share this practice with skeptics. Protect your energy. This is sacred work. Don't obsess over results. Do the practice, then trust. Desperation kills manifestation.
After 21 days, you can continue the protocol or switch to a maintenance practice, 10 minutes daily. But the foundation will be set. Let's recap. The 3 signs your sacral center is opening are: 1. Physical sensations. Warmth, tingling, pulsing, fullness in your lower belly. Your body is activating. 2. Emotional shifts. Guilt-free pleasure, likeness, desire without desperation. Your psychology is transforming. 3. External synchronicities. Unexpected money, gifts, opportunities appearing without effort. Reality is responding. If you're experiencing even one of these signs, you're on the right track. Keep going. If you're experiencing none of these signs, use the 21-day protocol. Amplify your practice. Address the blockages. Give it time. And remember this: your sacral center isn't just an energy node. It's your portal to abundance. It's the bridge between your internal world, thoughts, feelings, desires, and your external world, money, opportunities, reality. When it's blocked, you're pushing, forcing, struggling. When it's open, you're attracting, receiving, flowing. The question isn't, does this work? The question is, am I willing to commit to 21 days and find out? Because here's the truth. You don't need to believe in chakras. You don't need to believe in energy. You just need to do the practice and watch what happens. Your body will show you the warmth. Your emotions will show you the lightness. And your bank account will show you the proof. The sacral doesn't lie. Now, here's what I want you to do right now. If you're ready to commit to this 21-day protocol, I want you to write in the comments, "I accept the 21-day challenge." Why am I asking you to do this? Because the moment you type those words, you're making a public declaration. You're not just thinking about it. You're not just, maybe I'll try it. You're claiming it. And that declaration sends a signal to your subconscious mind, to your nervous system, and yes, to the quantum field. When you write, "I accept the 21-day challenge," you're activating your sacral center right now. You're telling your body, we're doing this. This is real. And your energy system responds immediately. This isn't superstition. This is the psychology of commitment. Studies show that people who publicly declare a goal are 65% more likely to follow through. Your comment is your contract, with yourself and with the process. So do it now. Write, "I accept the 21-day challenge." And if this video resonated with you, check out my video on sexual energy transmutation, link in description. It's the natural next step after sacral activation, because once your sacral is open, you need to know how to direct that power. Subscribe for more content on energy work, manifestation, and the hidden mechanics of wealth consciousness. If you have questions about your symptoms or need the step-by-step breakdown of these practices, join my Telegram. That is where the real conversation happens. Link below. Your sacral is ready. The question is, are you? Write your commitment below. Let's begin.